Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're working on a 2011 f450 flatbed. So what we're going to be doing is changing this rotor. I've already changed out the brakes, new clips and new pads, new clips like this. But basically, so what you have to do is you're going to have to take off the brake caliper, take off the brake caliper bracket, take all this stuff back apart, this clip, brake pads, and just so you know that this clip, it's not focusing, goes into the brake caliper, or the brake pad there. That kind of keeps it pushed out, that way it don't get stuck. Like when you change out brake pads, sometimes your stuff will start getting hot, start getting stuck. This one has a good feature where it actually helps push it out away from the rotor, so it prevents it from getting stuck. Anyways, get that stuff off. This bolt's a 5/8. Obviously your bleeder here is a 3/8. It's a 3/8 wrench. Just try not to kink this when you take off the brake caliper. And I'm not sure what size this is yet, but I'll figure that out. And then we're going to be taking off these bolts here. Take that off. There's actually a specialty nut for this specific vehicle. There it is. So 2 3/4. There's a number there, 1/2 inch drive. But it's a 4-notch. So then, after you take this off, you stick that socket in there, take out the axle, take that axle nut loose, and then this piece should slide off, and then your rotor will slide off, and then put everything back together. But we'll do that step by step. Okay, let's get started. 5/8. Back side here. I've already taken this stuff all apart too, so it should be pretty easy. Another thing too, when you're doing this, helps if you have like ratchet wrench, 5/8, stuff like that, ratchet wrenches. One more thing too, when I was taking this apart, you must put anti-seize on the hub assembly. Otherwise, with this specific truck, with the dually tires, it will weld itself. But the rims will weld itself to this. Pain in the ass. Okay, got those out. This is my crowbar. Now I'm just gonna show these clips here. Basically, you just want to take your pliers, pop them out of the notch there, just like that. This one, same thing. Go towards the inside on both sides. Just like that. And that thing should pop right out. Just like that. And same thing in the bottom. And get back to you when I get this off. Okay, now you just want to kind of take this on a little leverage spot and pop that tab up there, see that? It should come right out, but you'll have to push it back down when get it all back together. Pop it out like that. Take your brake pads off on either side. Take this clip out, and then we'll start working on it. One thing I do want to mention is when you get your brake caliper off, you want to make sure that your pins here slide back and forth like that. Because if they don't, then that's when you put your stuff back together and your caliper will either seize or it won't slide back and forth, and therefore causing the brakes to stick and getting really hot. So now I'm going to take this off, and I'll see you then. Alright, these two bigger bolts here that go into your brake caliper bracket are 15/16. They're going to be kind of tight. Depends on who worked on it last. But 15/16, take that off, and now we're going here. Alright, so these bolts on here are actually a 19/32. Fits nicely, but I don't think that's the actual right size, but it might be a metric. But yeah, and then you just pop this off. I forgot, you're gonna have gear oil. I forgot. Alright, now we got the oil pan underneath. Go and pull that sucker out. Just be a little bit, not much. Pull that thing out. Just like that.